I was quite amazed because looking at the actual album itself, number one album in so many different countries. And then when you start looking at some of the sort of the things that the single achieved as well, Shattered Dreams, has been played, I don't know whether you know this, over 3.2 million times on radio and TV in the US alone.
Yeah, that was a wonderful thing to learn. I mean, very recently, you know, to get to that point is it makes sense. I mean, when you're out in the States, you can't help but, you know, hear Shattered Dreams when you turn a corner here and go up a stairway there, and there it is. No, it's a you know, when I wrote that song, I didn't think that, you know, in the year 2010 that I'd be getting an award.
I was going to say a BMI award.
Yeah. So I think I get given the special award in October. That's going to be quite a moment.
Oh, I bet it is.
Yeah.
Now, the band, or you parted company with the band in '88.
I did.
And one of the things you did was you actually recorded again Shattered Dreams under the name Night Fox.
Yeah, well, interestingly, I'd done another version of Shattered Dreams on my first solo single, which was after leaving the band, which is called Crown of Thorns. I did an acoustic version with a sax player called Candy Dulfer, and she worked with Prince quite a bit. That was a good version, actually. And you know, it's interesting. Years later, when I was working on my last solo album, which is called Tomorrow, it first came out under the name of Night Fox, which was an artistic name I was playing with at the time. It's now out under the name of Clark Datchler again. But the purpose behind that was that no one had done a really effective cover of Shattered Dreams. No other artist had recorded it to a level that I thought it deserved in this time with a more modern approach. And so I actually started recording a demo of it to give other people in the business an idea of the approach I was envisioning. And in the process, when I started singing on it, I realized that I didn't want to give this to anyone else. I wanted to do it myself. So that's how that came about.
Coming up to more recent times, you've actually got back together again. You and Calvin and Mike in 2008, I think you actually did some stuff. But 2009.
Actually 2008. Sorry, Lee, just to give you the picture there.
Yeah.
In 2008, the band were asked to perform again together. I was involved with my solo work still, and I had commitments in that regard. So Mike and Calvin actually got someone to stand in for me.
Right.
A guy called Danny Saxon. And so they did these series of shows in Britain called the Here and Now shows in 08 and 09. And then at the end of 09, I felt it was time for the three of us to sit down and really decide if we were going to take a different path and really put all of our efforts and weight behind relaunching Johnny Hates Jazz, specifically around a new album and then obviously new live work as a result, and that's what we were doing.